So, congratulations to Team USA for winning gold medal. Look, was it in the greatest fashion? No. But just like in the men's, the great teams, the great players find ways to get it done. A'ja Wilson found a way to get it done. I thought Kelsey Plum, throughout the game, I don't think she was great, but down 10, bang, easy three. Those free throws, laughing on the line, impressive. Even though I don't think she's had the greatest season, has shown she was well worth her place on this team. But some absolute nonsense. That's all I can say. So just some absolute nonsense that I've seen. And it's, I don't really know what to say about it. And it's like, it's a lot of people talking about, it's a lot of people that watch like maybe 1 to 2 teams play in the WNBA this season and are basing a lot of their like 2028 predictions based on that, and then talking about stuff that is, in my opinion, just absolute nonsense. Before we get on to it, if you guys are interested in men's basketball, we have the Mick Hoops channel. A link will be in the description. We're trying to get to 200 subscribers by the end of the day. We're 14 off. But, you've got this team right here. And a lot of people are talking about, when they're talking about some players, some teams that make the team better. I think there are 100 permutations of WNBA players better than this 12. There are so many. Chelsea Gray, at her best, belongs. Chelsea Gray is injured. So, you obviously take Chelsea Gray out. Jewel Lloyd plays the same position as everybody, and you take Taurasi out. You replace those with a backup center, and 2 point guards. That's it. Even if it is like an Angel Reese. Angel Reese, Tash Cloud, Caitlin Clark makes the team 100 times better. It is what it is. But this team does not make them better. Caitlin Clark, Arike, Nalissa Smith. Nalissa Smith. Is this like, did you get the wrong player or something? Do you mean Alyssa Thomas? Do you mean Aaliyah Boston? Is this like a Skip Bayless, Nalissa Boston thing? Because this team would be the worst team I've ever seen. This team would suck. No offense to these players, but this team together would suck. You've got Caitlin Clark, who needs the ball in her hand, beside Arike, who needs the ball in her hand, beside Nalissa Smith, who I don't know what the hell she does at the 3. Stewie and A'ja, 2 best in the world. You obviously start Stewie and A'ja no matter what. But like this 3 right here as a 1-2-3 combo. I'm sorry. Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull is a better 1-2-3 than this. It is. Just as far as fit is concerned. Once the ball hits Arike's hands, it's going up. When Arike touches the ball, Stewie does not touch the ball. A'ja Wilson does not touch the ball. Arike's going to just, like, look, Arike, every time she touches it, she chucks. I'm sorry, like, I like Arike. She's fine as, like, a bench spark plug option, but that's it. Not fine, she's really good as a bench spark plug option, but that's it. She is a archetype that the NBA has eradicated because they realize how inefficient it is. The WNBA is just 10 years behind. She's Jordan Clarkson. Kayla need to see this. This is the level of physicality she'd be ready for. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, as much as the overall game is more physical, it's just people talking nonsense. As much as the overall game is more physical in the WNBA, the way Caitlin Clark was being guarded at the start of the year is more physical than anything we saw in the women's side anyway. Arike either shooting us in or out of the game. I think she's embracing a role. Why do you have to start Arike and make her embrace a role? Just bring Ariel Atkins. Let Jackie Young do what Jackie Young did. Why would you have to try to just hope that a shot chucker embraces a role when you've got players on the team who can do that? Like, this is just nonsense. This is nonsense. And I'm sorry, this might actually be a worse team. By the way, Arike, if you are Arike for Nigeria, because Nigeria have like athletes, they've got like hustle players everywhere. Kalu's a pretty good scorer, but man, Arike will be allowed to do Arike things for Nigeria. And that would be a crazy old situation for her. But it is so funny listening to some of these like teams, people talking about it, like acting like the 2020. I've seen people put Cameron Brink on the 2024 team, and I'm cool with that. Based on what? Like, if we're talking about young centers in the WNBA to make that team, it's Aaliyah Boston and it's Shakira Austin. Shakira Austin's done way more, has played in the World Cup for Team USA. She's done more than Cameron Brink has done. And also, people putting together teams and being like, oh, this needs to be a team, leaving like a Jackie Young at home, I've seen. The most viral tweet I have seen like Jackie Young be left off the most viral tweet. But it's like, I'm looking at this stuff and I'm just like, how the hell, like, for 4 years' time, the disrespect to, for example, like, it's funny because people are only watching like certain teams. And it's like every single team has Aaliyah Boston. And as great as Aaliyah Boston has been this season, do you know, I think who's leading all scorers out of her draft class this season is Maddie Siegrist. Maddie Siegrist in her second year has, like, she was you could argue that she was the best player at times on the, like, Maddie Siegrist is 24 years old. In fact, she's a little bit younger or older than Aaliyah Boston. 14-4. So it's like, what? I haven't seen her on a single one. So you're looking at these players and you're like, who's going to go? Who's going to stay? What they're going to do? Are they going to go young? What's going to happen in the World Cup? But it's so obvious that all of the opinions are of people that have only started watching this year, which is fine. Look, if you've only started watching this year, that's fine. I'll say this. I was as casual WNBA fan as there came before this year, but I've watched every single team play. Like, for example, there's one player that I would be like, I haven't seen even in the running for being on that Olympic squad, is Jordan Horston. Jordan Horston is, like, for me, is as good, close to a guarantee to be on the next Olympic team. Like, Jordan Horston is unbelievably good. I haven't seen her mentioned once. So it's funny, like, the people aren't watching the Storm. They'll watch the Aces, the Liberty, the Fever, the Sky. And they'll pick their teams based on that. Like, in 4 years' time, the guarantees: Aja, Stewie, Sabrina, like, from this team right here: Aja, Stewie, Sabrina, Jackie Young, Fee Collier. They are your guarantees on that team. And in 4 years' time, there is a very, very good chance that we see a team going young. I think, like, Kat Copper, Kelsey Flying, one of those two make it. I think Alyssa Thomas might be a bit too old, but... And people are like, oh yeah, Arike guaranteed to be on. It's like, do they need what Arike brings? I think Arike is more likely to play for Nigeria. We're also going to see coming in Tahina Pau Pau, Olivia Miles, Paige Beckers. Like, there are so many good players in college. There's so many players in this draft class. Heck, for all we know, JC Sheldon could make that step and make Team USA. That's not out... With the way she's been playing, that's not out of the realm of possibility. Maddie Siegrist, Shakira Austin, Jordan Horston. There are so many elite players, but it's funny that in every one of these teams, it's the same players. It is always Aaliyah Boston, obviously Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, because they're just not watching any of the teams play. But yeah, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.